men that have come through this house.
Oh my God.
I mean, my God.
It's just like
it's a revolving door, man.
It's like, what's that? It's like a conga line.
Yeah. I mean, my God. A fucking convention.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's a cosplay convention.
I'm telling you right now, dude, that room's seen more dick than you don't know how to Cowboys game.
We can't go very many episodes in a row without a giggling girl in the back.
Yeah, right. Somehow.
Oh, yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah, there's always got to be a giggling girl in the back.
It's not Tyler's wife.
Yeah,
it's my roommate.
Yeah, it's not the roommate.
Or it's Colton's wife.
It's Colton's wife. Always got to have a giggling female in the back.
It's a requirement at this point.
Yeah. We got to film live in front of a studio audience.
Except for tonight, it's my roommate waiting on her client. My roommate, if for all of you that do not know, is a prostitute.
And she doesn't listen, so that's awesome.
A very good one.
And she doesn't listen to one episode. That's how much she loves her roommate.
Sure, yeah. That's how much she was. Oh my God! I forgot to mention about the ankle monitor. Oh God, this is the best podcast ever now.
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on, bud? Nice to meet you.
How are you, sir?
Kenneth. So in this episode, I forgot to also mention, guys. Oh God, we are throwing so much shit at y'all right off the bat right now. So I've got to mention, my roommate has an ankle monitor.
She said, "Sorry, I was charging my ankle monitor."
I live with a criminal, a bad one at that.
She's not a good one because she has an ankle monitor, so she's not a good one.
Her client is now here. So my prostitute haircutting roommate who is not a successful criminal at all.
The worst criminal of all time.
I think this is the best intro we've ever had.
Oh my God, that couldn't have went better.
This ended up working out great. Thank you for that little bit of gold, Ashley.
Sorry about that.
Forgot to charge my ankle monitor.
Oh my God.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Oh
God,
Ed, I really like filming here.
Oh my God. Sorry, I was laughing so hard I got the Optimus Prime.
What? The what? What the fuck is that?
Listen, hey, I don't want YouTube to get mad, so I don't call it by its name.
Okay, I got you.
It's whatever Tron, and I went with Megatron. Let's change it up. We'll do Optimus Prime.
Optimus Prime, great.
I caught the Bumblebee for a minute.
Yeah. Oh, Tyler's still gone.
Oh, yeah, Tyler's still gone. He's
R.I.P.
R.I.P. I think he might be dead.
He could be dead. We got to check on him.
We got to check.
I haven't checked in a while.
We'll give it one more week before we do a house call.
We said it was on one episode. We said he's just going to be gone one day. He's gone.
I think the cause of death will probably be one too many foot-long chili cheese dogs and chili cheese fries from Sonic. And he ended up crapping out his intestines.
Yeah. Yeah, so Tyler's still not back. We'll get it figured out.
Yeah, we'll get him back.
He'll be back one day.
I think what I'm going to do is we're just going to Frankenstein him.
Yeah?
We'll just put him on the roof, put a bunch of metal rods in him, and just let it on a lightning night and just
bring him back to life.
Boom.
Boom, here he comes.
Hell yeah.
So, okay, that brings up, I'm glad you said that, man. So talk about shows.
Yeah.
And Frankenstein. Did you ever have Showtime?
We did it sparingly. At times we would. Like,
did you ever watch a show called Penny Dreadful?
So, I'm glad you watched it. Oh, my God.
I
loved it. Yes. Okay, well, I loved it, but you're not going to like my next statement. So,
okay.
I hated Frankenstein.
Oh, I did too.
I thought he was...
Yeah,
he was
the worst.
He was horrible. Sure. So, girl I was dating back in the day, she got me hooked on it because they had it on Netflix.
Yeah. It was on Netflix for a while.
I binge watched the hell out of it. Mm-hmm. I loved every second of it.
Yeah.
Oh, it was great.
Oh, it's a great show. It's so now I'll tell you this. It's one of the only shows and that fucking COVID, Megatron, whatever the fuck it's called, that shit ruined ruined. Did you ever watch the new one they did?
No, I never got to it.
So goddamn good.
But then I got out of it because I wasn't going to, because then I heard that they didn't finish it.
They didn't finish it.
Yeah.
Because they didn't finish it because of the whole shit.
It was supposed to be modern day in L.A. or something like that.
So good. It wasn't modern day. It was like 50s.
That's it. It was like 1950s in L.A.
Yeah. It was just as good as the original, man. That's one of the only shows that the follow-up, I was like, hell yeah, dude.
Oh, I loved it. My favorite was the witches, because she was building all those dolls out of like tendons and strings, and all the dolls had like, I was like, that's creepy as hell, and I loved it.
Let's be honest. Ava Green is.
Oh God.
What are we doing?
Oh, that woman's so damn hot.
So sexy.
So sexy.
She is.
God,
I love that show, man.
What other movie did I see her in?
And I'll tell you another one that don't let her slip under the radar was Frankenstein's Bride.
Oh yeah. Oh. God damn, crush Coke cans with those.
Oh my God. So big.
Sexy.
So big. Yeah. I love that show, man. I don't find very many people that watch it though.
Oh yeah, you surprised me that you watched it.
I love that show. It's amazing.
I thought it was great. My roommate, my girlfriend at the time, yeah, she got me hooked on it. And I mean, we'd go out drinking, and that next morning she's laying in bed. I'm sitting up watching Penny Dreadful.
Yeah. Yeah.
I look at her, I'm like, you want to go do shit today? No? Okay, I'm watching more.
Yeah. It's so good. And I liked, oh God, what's that dude's name? The heartthrob.
What's
his name? Josh Hartnett.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked it. I liked the Wolfman character.
Yeah.
That was cool as hell.
That was good. Yeah. I liked him with, again, it was with those witches where he got trapped in the corridor.
Yeah.
And he ended up killing old boy. Yeah. I can't think of the guy's name, though.
I tell you, my favorite character on the whole who was your favorite? Who was your favorite character? So I'll tell you my favorite scene and my favorite character as soon as you answer that.
Damn, that's tough. Ooh, that's hard.
My favorite character's easy. My favorite character was Dorian Gray. He was my favorite.
I got annoyed by him. I liked him at first, but then he started to get on my nerves.
I loved him. He was so good. I like Dorian Gray, and then so when the show was going on,
yeah.
So you're counting down. You're going, okay, they've done Frankenstein, Wolfman's there, or the werewolf. You're going through all of the scary characters.
You're doing all the scary characters.
So you get to the point where you're like, they're only missing one. The only one they're missing is Dracula. That's the only one they're missing.
That was probably my favorite.
Yeah,
is the character Dracula.
Yeah. So I was like, the only one they're missing is Dracula, and I was like, I wonder how they're gonna, because he's kind of like, to me, on that pantheon, he's like the big boy. He's the granddaddy.
He's absolutely.
And so they're like, it gets to the end of the deal, like it gets to the end of the scene or the end of the season, it fades to black, and then he just whispers his name, and that's how it is. I was like, huh, that is the perfect way to bring Dracula in. Was like, just whisper his name.
Yeah, that's right. Because at first the big baddie was Satan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the devil. And then it turns out, now his next big bad is his brother, or I say brother, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's, I loved it.
Yeah, when they whispered Dracula at the end of the, I think it's the third season, I was like, holy shit.
I'm a huge horror fan to begin with. Yeah. Like Halloween, I started with the 1930s, 40s, Dracula and Frankenstein. I watch horror movies through a time machine.
Yeah.
All day. If I have that day off, I will spend all day.
The biggest horror film guy, because I don't like gore.
Okay, I call it gore porn.
Yeah, I don't
where it's just, you're just so much gore for gore's sake. But I like it when they do practical effects. Yeah. That's why Rob Zombie gets so much shit.
Oh, no, his are excellent. They're so realistic.
Well, I go on like Reddit. I'll be on the Facebook, all these horror pages, and people will shit on his movies.
No way.
And House of a Thousand Corpses, he even said he didn't even have that much creative choice with it. Now, Devil's Rejects, stuff like that, he got to pick. Yeah. And it's so fucking good. That's my favorite.
Could his wife be hotter?
Oh, God. So sexy.
So sexy.
So sexy.
Yeah.
Love his Halloween remake.
Didn't watch it.
Second one's okay. The first one's good.
It's good. I'm not a gory guy. So.
Oh, it's good.
I like Rob Zombie, and I say that I hate gore, and then I'm gonna totally contradict myself after I say that. I love my favorite director is Quentin Tarantino. I love anything he does.
Oh yeah.
So I just totally contradict
Can't
myself.
do anything wrong.
but-
Can't do wrong.
Yeah.
My top 3 directors are oh my God, Martin Scorsese, Quentin Tarantino, and James Cameron.
I'm a little tough on James Cameron, but it's the other two I can get on board with. And James Cameron makes the weird movie. I don't know, like Avatar. Get the fuck out of here with Avatar. Go fuck yourself.
He makes some weird movies, but
He's been to the bottom of the ocean.
yep,
One of the only
he
people.
makes a lot of big blockbusters. I can't help but admire it.
Yeah, he does do that, but I'm just not a James Cameron guy. He
And then
makes two weird
also,
movies. Titanic was all right. I didn't see it.
Oh shit, what's his name? It's gonna Ridley Scott. That's one of my favorites. Opie from Andy Griffith.
Oh, you talking about
Ridley Scott.
No, that's not Ridley Scott. That's it's not Ridley
Or
Scott.
am I thinking
It's damn it.
Nope, I got it. Hang on. IMDb. I got it. Shut up.
It's God, that's gonna annoy me.
I got you. Oh, Ron Howard. Sorry.
Ron Howard.
Yeah, Ron Howard.
Bless. Why can't I?
Love Ron Howard. I do like Ridley Scott as well.
Yeah, Ron Howard makes good ones. Scorsese does make good movies though.
Oh, I pick his stuff apart.
Yeah.
I'll go through and
Roman
you know
Plant.
what? I'll take out James Cameron. Christopher Nolan tops him.
Dude, well, this has nothing to do with movie. Well, it kind of does. It has something to do with movies. So I'm a little super late to the game on this one.
Right.
Especially being a Tarantino fan, I should be crucified and hanged. And you can do it if you're out there. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood,
So good.
shit, that's a good.
So good.
I'm not a movie guy, and that's a good movie.
Oh, it's good. I love it when he plays with history and he changes shit up. Oh, it's good. It's
Where they
fun.
make it?
It's fun.
Yeah,
Oh,
where
it's
they
great.
make it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I fucking love it. He's got one more. He's got
he
10.
said he's going to do one.
He's got he always said he'll do 10 movies and
That's it.
he'll go to write books or he'll direct play. He'll probably go direct plays. He writes and likes to write and direct plays as well.
And
It's kind of
his dialogue's off the charts, so his play would be awesome.
Oh yeah, it's in between. That's what he likes to do in between movies and stuff.
Yeah.
He's got his hands in all kinds of shit.
His dialogue is insane, so I can imagine that his plays would be.
Fun fact is, so one of my favorite movies, me and Dad, we watched Man on Fire with Denzel Washington, Dakota Fanning. We could watch that movie every day for the rest of our lives and never get tired of it. And I can't think of the director's name right now, but whenever he was going to look to directing that movie, he was trying to think of ideas where it's technically a reboot. He got the idea from watching the original Man on Fire from the 60s or whatever.
I didn't even know there was another one.
There's an original one, but it was recommended by a guy working in a movie video store. It's Quentin Tarantino.
Really?
He suggested to the guy before the guy even became a director.
Yeah.
And that's what got it's funny how guys like directors, writers, and even actors, how they intertwine with others
Yeah, there's another
before they ever
story.
even got into the profession.
There's another story about. It's Tarantino. There's another story about Tarantino, and I want to say it's John Travolta because Tarantino was doing Pulp Fiction, and he wasn't at the time he had done Desperado. I think
Yeah.
done something like that, but he wasn't just like real.
So no one would have thought that. No one would have thought John Travolta would be doing fiction because he had already done.
But he went to meet with Tarantino at Tarantino's apartment.
Yeah.
And so he goes to meet with him to do his deal or whatever, knocks on the door. Tarantino opens the door, and Travolta's like, don't say a word. He's like, if you walk down here, make a right. This is that, da-da-da. And Tarantino's like, the hell do you know that? And he was like, I used to live here. Yeah, they lived in the same apartment. Yeah, he was like, yeah, this is one of my first apartments when I got to L.A. He was like, yeah, he was telling that on, I can't remember, it was some talk show. He was like, yeah, he said, I went to go meet him for the first time, and he was like, I used to live here. Like, he said they lived in the same apartment. Yeah. Not the same apartment complex, the same exact apartment. Like he was.
Yeah, they were saying something about how with John Travolta before Pulp Fiction, he had been doing nothing but, Saturday Night Fever and Look Who's Talking.
Right.
He's done all these family and romance movies and all this stuff where like he's petering out, and you would just never thought like, really, you're going to put him in Pulp Fiction? You're going to put him in a movie like this? And turns out nope, it was the right fucking call.
Oh, sure.
It was a good pick.
Sure, man. That's a good. I love Pulp Fiction. I really like that.
Oh yeah, dude, I love his shit.
As far as like, but I mean, if you're talking about it, so have you? So if you've seen Desperado, have you seen the like where he got like Desperado is actually a sequel?
Is
So,
it?
yeah, so it's actually dude, I don't have much movie knowledge, but when it comes to Tarantino, dude, I know. So Desperado is technically a sequel to El Mariachi. El Mariachi was made in Mexico on $8,000.
Oh yeah.
It is. It looks like it's made in $8,000.
Yeah.
I think I still have it at my house. I bought it. It takes forever to find it. It's like
I'm gonna have to
hard
watch
find.
this. Yeah,
but it's dubbed over. Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
it's dubbed. It's Spanish and it's dubbed over in English.
Right.
And they made it on $8,000, and it's basically the Desperado character, how he started.
Oh, okay.
And then Desperado picks up, like after he does his thing in El Mariachi, it picks up from there.
Oh shit.
But Desperado, if you don't know that, if you've never seen El Mariachi, Desperado
you would have
stands on
never
its
known.
own.
Yeah,
it
it's
stands on its own. Yeah, but it's actually a sequel to and then El Mariachi, and then there's Desperado. What's the third one? Or what? I guess the second one. It's got Johnny Depp in it.
Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Yeah, Once Upon a Time in Mexico. Yeah. Yeah, so it's like I said, it actually goes El Mariachi, Desperado.
I did that one
Once Upon a
time
in
where I
Mexico.
did I got it. I should do it. I should redo it now because of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
But there was a point where I did watch. It was Once Upon a Time in whatever movie. So you got Once Upon a Time in the West, Once Upon a Time in America,
Right.
Once Upon a Time in Mexico. Oh, God damn! Now you got Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah. And like I said, I know I'm super late to the game on that one because I just watched it the other day, and that's the first time I ever watched it. I go, this is fucking awesome.
My two big ones that I'm a huge fan of it's horror and westerns.
Yeah.
Roommate hates westerns.
Really?
I'm like, how?
Yeah. How do you hate a Western?
How do you not like?
My daughter hates them. My daughter hates
I'll
them.
chalk her up for being young.
My daughter hates
Man,
them.
I love westerns.
A very underrated Western. To me, it seems underrated. You could never hear anything about it. 310 to Yuma is
So good.
insane.
Oh, I love it.
Movie's so good.
It was. I didn't expect for it to be as good as I thought it.
Yeah.
And
Everything
probably
was
because
good,
it didn't,
man.
it's hard for westerns though to get. If you look at when they're promoted,
Sure.
how they do in the box office, it's hard. It's hard for westerns. There's only a handful of that just knock it out of the park.
Knock it out of the ballpark.
Like the best. Okay, so the best one, and the best remake probably is True Grit. How they remade it.
I never saw the remake only because the original was so good I didn't want to fuck it up.
I'm telling you right now.
It doesn't fuck it up?
I'm telling you right now, it outdoes the original.
Really?
It's one of the very rare times I will ever say that the remake outdoes the original.
That's crazy.
And it truly does.
I didn't see it because I didn't want to screw it up.
No. Oh, it's 100% legit. I fucking love it.
There was I'm telling you, and you know what? It doesn't stream anywhere. It's so damn hard to find. But the Alamo, not the original, the one with Billy Bob Thornton.
I love it.
I know, and you can't find it nowhere.
Really?
Like, go on Netflix and try to find it. Go on Hulu and try to find it. Go anywhere and try to find it. You can't find the damn thing.
I loved it. I thought it was great.
If anybody knows where it's at, please let me know. Because
You know how mad I got whenever throughout the whole cancel culture, all the shit that that goes on social media.
Sure.
And we talk about Texas and how, we're proud.
Sure.
And then there's go people on there that will try to poke holes into the Alamo and all of our story. I'm like, really? You really wanted to go and pick this fight?
So there's some. It's kind of like it's kind of like the Bible thing. There's some exaggerations.
Oh, yeah.
There wasn't 3,000. There was
course.
there wasn't that many.
Yeah.
But I mean, the story itself is a true story.
Yeah.
It just it's a little over exaggerated. But
I don't doubt it.
what's not in this state? That's what we do.
That's what we do. We're
Yeah,
Texans.
if you caught a fish 6 inches long, that motherfucker was a mile long. It's just,
Yep.
yeah, that's what we do, man.
I think
we embellish.
I'm trying to remember who it was one time. They were just talking about, because they're not from Texas.
Yeah.
But they're just like, y'all are just so fucking, not defiant, but just like hell-bent on
this is our shit, man.
And I'm like, yeah, well, I mean, think about it. Our actual motto for us is don't mess with Texas.
Yeah.
Other places, this state like us, don't fuck with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
got a bit of a chip on your shoulder.
You do. And I mean, like, my daughter, my daughter's from here. Like, she's from Texas, but she's kind of got that whole, like, I don't understand it. She goes, she goes, we're the only state that has our state is on our shirt. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, why? I watch sports, but I'm not a super fan. You know, like, the only thing I'm really a super fan about is probably the Rangers. I'm a super fan of the Rangers. But, like, past that, I'm not a super fan of anything. So my daughter doesn't see that side of me because I'm like, I can just take or leave anything. I watch it more for the sport than I do for the
Oh,
team,
yeah. No, I'm the same way. I don't.
But it's the one thing where my daughter goes, she's like, I just don't understand it. I'm like, because we're the fucking best. I was like, well, I mean, like, there's no way around it. We're the fucking best.
We're the best.
And she's like, that's just not you. And I'm like, it is when it comes to this place. I mean, if you want to go toe-to-toe, we can. We can. We're probably going to win most of it, though.
I never understood being the whole super fan of. I just never understood. I'm not that big of a super fan. I'm going to put a decal on my truck. I'm going to do this. I had a neighbor who lived. We had a neighbor who was 3 doors down from us growing up, and a super nice guy. A die-hard cowboy. He had a room dedicated to all memorabilia. Painted his door cowboy blue. Named his dog Cowboy. Whatever. His son named him Cowboy. I mean, his son was named after a Dallas. I can't remember the kid's name, but it was named. He named his son after a Dallas Cowboy.
Yeah,
I mean, was
my brother. He has 2 labs, Zeke and Dak.
Yep.
Like, it's just, what are you doing?
That's my cousin Chad. He has a dog named Emmett.
Yeah.
He's got a picture signed by the big 3.
Yeah.
Aikman, Irvin, and Smith.
Yeah.
All right. So funny story about that. He's had his house or apartment broken into twice, and somehow that photo has never been taken.
Really?
I mean, you got to think that's worth money.
Yeah, it's because Cowboys are assholes, but
it's worth money.
No, I'm just playing.
But every time when he travels, he takes it with him. He says that this is a one prized possession. And whenever he graduated from college, and mom's kind of your college graduation gift, this was the time Texas Stadium was getting torn down, and he told his mom, I want my seats.
Yeah.
I've been a season ticket holder for years. Every season, those exact seats. I want those seats. And he has them.
I have a buddy that's the same way. He was when the Rangers built the new ballpark.
Yeah.
He had season tickets forever and ever, and he did the same thing. He goes, I want my seats. So he went and bought the seats, and when he has this guy's loaded to the hilt.
Oh, yeah.
And when you walk in his house, he's got this suit. I mean, it looks like what you would think a nice house in Dallas would look like. That's exactly what it looks like. So picture that. And then in the foyer where you walk in the front door, there's just 2 Globe Life Park seats like right there. Like when you walk in, that's the first thing you see. You're like, this is weird. That's a weird spot to put them. Yeah, but he had his seats. He went and bought them.
I've never just been that diehard of a fan that, all right, Cowboys lose. Oh, my world is over. I got to call into work tomorrow, something like that. I love to watch games. You can give me the 2 worst teams in the NFL or in the NCAA. I'm going to enjoy watching it.
I do. I'm not a super fan by any stretch of imagination because it's not. This is going to sound super cheesy, but I swear I'm not trying to make it that way. So me and my dad buy season tickets to Baylor baseball.
I love Baylor baseball.
So we buy season tickets almost every year. The past couple of years, because of the whole COVID thing, they haven't had them.
Right.
They just opened them up again this year. We bought them this year. But I mean, like, of course, I love to see Baylor win. That's awesome that because we go out and watch. I mean, we literally don't miss a game. Like, we go every game. And so it's not like I want to see them lose or anything like that, but that has nothing to do with more of just the experience. Like,
oh, yeah.
Like one of these days, God help me, I hope it's not anytime soon. One of these days, my dad's not going to be here.
Right.
And it's just one of those things where I'm like, we spent 35 games a year sitting in these 2 seats doing exactly what we're doing on this podcast, talking about absolutely
nothing,
making fun of absolutely nothing. and sitting in these seats. I couldn't tell you half the players' names.
Oh, yeah.
All I'm out
Couldn't
there
tell
for is just because I'm hanging out with my pops.
Yeah.
I'm spending $5 to hang out with my pops.
That's some of my best times of my life is me and Dad. We want to go see a ball game. Well, we can't make a Ranger game. He goes, you want to go to see a Baylor baseball game? I said, hell yeah, let's go. Hell, we'll go watch a softball game. We don't care. It's just fun.
Yeah. That's the best thing about having a college team in your town is like outside of football rules the roost. So you're gonna pay a premium for those. But if you want to go see any other sport, basketball gets a little dicey sometimes.
That's how it'll go. You're gonna go football, basketball, but baseball's gonna be
anything past basketball. If it's not free, the most you're paying is about $5.
Yep,
like that's the most you're paying.
Oh yeah.
Me and my daughter, she did gymnastics and stuff when she was younger, and she did tumbling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we went and watched the national championship, acrobatics and tumbling, that was in Waco. Went and watched the national championship, $7. It was,
oh, my God.
And I'm like, you're in a national championship, $7.
Fuck yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah, $7. You want to go see a NCAA national championship football game?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah. $7?
It's $7 to get into the bar.
Yeah.
You're going to be doing it in.
It costs more to just park in the parking lot.
Yeah. It was really cool though, man, and I just learned a lot. Apparently, like between Baylor and Oregon, they just trade back and forth on the national championship. Like,
really?
Yeah. If Baylor doesn't win it, Oregon wins it. If Oregon doesn't win it, Baylor wins it. And if Baylor gets 2 in a row, Oregon's going to get the next 2 in a row. Like,
wow.
It's crazy if you look it up. I can't remember, but how many times they've traded back and forth, and it's only been those 2. Like, nobody else wins it.
Nobody's even close. No. That's crazy.
No, and when we went to go watch it, Baylor, Oregon.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was weird. And then they were showing, like, because the year before, and however they score it, I don't know how it scores, but however they're ranked at the end of the year, whoever is ranked number 1, that's where you have the national championship. They get home field advantage.
Oh, damn.
So if you're ranked number 1, you get home field advantage. So the previous year, the year that we went, Baylor won the national championship, and they were at Baylor. They were number 1. The previous year, they had the national championship in Oregon, and Oregon won. Like, it's so weird. Like, when you actually look back at it, you're like, what the hell?
Picture that happening in football.
No, I know. Well, it kind of does. Alabama just wins every year, so it kind of does. That assholes just win every single year.
God, every fucking year.
Yeah. If they don't, they come in second. Yeah.
My brother-in-law was at that game.
Was he?
He is a diehard Georgia Bulldog fan.
He's a Bulldog, huh?
Oh, big time. They go to every game. They live in Richmond, so they're not that far.
Yeah.
I forget that most states are not like Texas, where hey, we're going to the same game in the state. Yeah, I'm going to be gone for 2 days. Instead of other states like, oh yeah, we'll be back by tonight. It's no big deal.
Oh, dude, me and a buddy of mine went to a buddy of mine lived in Boston, and we went to Boston to visit him. Yeah. And me and a friend of mine went up there to visit our other friend, and they said. I said, yeah, New York is like pretty close, isn't it? And they were like, not really. And I was like, it's not? I was like, I thought Boston and New York were just like right there. Or fairly close. I mean, I'm not talking about 30 minutes away, but
almost neighbors, yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, I thought that was the whole Boston, New York thing, you know, like I thought that's how, and they were like, yeah, it's not just real close. And I was like, well, what are we talking about? Like, how long would it take to get, I go, because I'd like to see New York while I'm here. I go, how long would it take to drive there? And they were like, to drive? I was like, yeah, they were like, we're talking like probably 4 hours? I was like, okay. I was like, and they were like, oh no, I'm not driving 4 hours anywhere. And I was like,
are you serious? Like, that's it?
Yeah,
that's it.
It was so funny. They said it was funny because we flew Southwest. I don't know about now, but at the time, Southwest didn't fly into Boston. They flew into Rhode Island.
Okay, yeah.
And then you had to go from Rhode Island to drive to Boston. Yeah, to Massachusetts. And so we landed in the airport in Rhode Island. It's right in the middle. I mean, it's right in the middle of the state.
Yeah.
Right? So we landed, and we get in the car, and we take off driving. 20 minutes later, we're leaving Rhode Island. It took 20 minutes from the middle of the state to the out. It's insane. Insane how
we drove. I remember when we drove to go see my sister in Georgia, I rode with Mom and Dad. We went from Texas all the way through the South.
Yeah.
the longest part of that drive was getting out of Texas.
Yeah, getting out of Texas.
Once we hit Mississippi, and actually once we got through Louisiana and we hit Mississippi, and it was quick. Yeah. There was nothing.
It took us, we drove through Arkansas. It took us like an hour. Whenever we were going to Tennessee, it took us like an hour to get through Arkansas. I was like, Jesus Christ, it takes an hour to get across the whole state?
Bunch of inbred.
Oh, it was, yeah, they said it was 4 hours.
Bunch of inbred Arkansas. God.
They were talking about some trip that they have to do, and they said that, oh, no, it was another lady I knew. She worked, I don't know, she worked in Massachusetts, and I may be just butchering this, but she worked in Massachusetts, but she lived here, but she had to drive through here or whatever. But she basically, on her lunch break, if she drove home, she touched 3 different states, and it took her 30 minutes to get home. And I was like, that's insane.
That's fucking crazy.
That's insane, man. Like, you can drive a whole damn day and not be out here.
Yeah.
Like, if you started in the valley and you come all the way up to Dalhart up in the Panhandle, I mean, you're talking 18 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Almost a full fucking
16,
day.
18 hours just to drive across the state.
Yep.
You know? It's so funny to me, especially when you hear them talking about how far things are. So they were talking about the 4-hour thing, and I wasn't making fun of them because that's their life. You know?
Well, yeah, fair enough.
But I giggled and I go, that's really not that far. And they were like, that's what they said. They go, well, I mean, like, so we pulled out a map.
Yeah.
And they go, so you live here? I go, yeah. They go, so what's 4 hours from here? And I go, right there. And they go, that's it? And I go, that's it. Because I pointed at Houston. I go, right there. Yep. I go, that's 4 hours from where I'm at. And they were like, holy shit, that's like this much of the state. I was like, yeah, it is.
Yep.
Sure is.
It's a bit far.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, but I was like, they don't understand how big it is. Like, you don't understand how big it is here until you get here. And then you're like, holy, like, whenever we were driving through Rhode Island, I was like, we're out of the state. And I was floored by it. And they were like, is that big of a deal to you? I go, it takes me longer to get to my job. Like, it takes me longer than 20 minutes to get to my job.
Than it did to get out of the state.
To get out of the state. I was like, and I'm in the same city. I was like, this is the same fucking city. And it's not because of traffic. Like, I don't live in a place that has traffic. Like, it's that far. Like, it's that far away.
God damn.
Yeah. And then, but what was really, it was funny because then we started comparing, like, whenever we got there at the time, I mean, they've had hotter temperatures since then, but at the time, we got there and it was maybe 92 degrees, 93 degrees, something like that.
And to them, it's boiling hot or just insane.
They were calling it a heat wave. I was laughing. I was like, not quite.
That's cute.
Oh, like,
92 is a heat wave? Oh, that's adorable.
I was like, 92 is like a heat. They were like, we're in a big heat wave right now. And I was like, well, kind of. I guess.
Try 102 with like 100% humidity. Yeah, good. Then you tell me how bad
try
it
that out, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was, they were talking about the 92-degree heat wave, and I was like, I guess. I was like, it was 92 on Christmas.
I remember an old couple came into Lakeside one night whenever I was working, and they were from Ohio or some in the Midwest, but everyone is just so nice here in Texas. And yeah, Southern hospitality, and I'm thinking like, really? Because I know a lot of assholes. And my buddy Drew, he used to sell church pews or install church pews.
How do you find that job?
I'm telling you, Drew's had some weird jobs, man. But, but he traveled all over the country. I mean,
That's crazy.
And he would install church pews, and his dad's a minister or a preacher. Oh, so he's kind of been part of has been part of the church in a way. But he's the preacher's kid. Oh, he was a oh yeah.
Okay. I was like, a good way or the bad way?
Like your stories.
Yeah,
Drew can match those.
Yeah,
yeah.
So, because I've known preachers' kids, and then I've known preachers' kids.
Yeah,
so
he's lived a couple of lifetimes.
Right,
and great guy, real smart, and he's just very dry. He's a smart ass when he starts drinking.
Sure,
he's God, that guy's an asshole. Yeah, but he's our asshole.
Yeah,
and that's one of my best friends. But he's driven all across the country. He loves to travel. He gets to meet people, and just try out different things. And he goes, yeah. People in the East, I mean, they're a different kind of asshole.
Yeah.
They're not gonna hey, how you doing? Or if you walk into a store, hey, how you doing today? It's very just like, what do you need?
Yeah, that's
it's very cut and dry, no bullshit.
When we went to Boston, that's exactly how it was. They weren't rude.
They weren't rude.
People call them rude. They're not rude. They're
just
very to the point.
They're very to the point.
There's no small talk.
Yeah, there's no small talk.
You're in this store for a reason. What's the reason? Get that and get out. And the other thing that really was crazy was I think it's in the middle of like downtown Boston. It's called Franklin Square or something like that. It's basically it's where they have a big outdoor mall.
Yeah.
They have this this hub that you go into this hall thing, and they have restaurants that just line this big hall thing up.
It's a real tourist spot.
Yeah, just kind of a spot for everybody to go, right? And so right in this indoor mall, they have this big fountain there, and so there's these street performers.
Yeah.
And they're all there's a juggler, and then there's this guy. There's a guy playing 15 different instruments. And there was a guy singing, because it's very Irish there. So there was a guy singing Irish folk songs and all this stuff.
Yeah.
But he's also singing songs that he made up. And there's and I'm thinking about here, So there's this guy sitting here, and he's playing these little funny songs that he's made up or whatever. So there's kids around. We're talking 6, 7-year-old kids. They're all sitting here watching this guy do this street performance. And he's just dropping F-bombs left and right in these songs, and doing all this stuff. And I'm looking around going, who's the first dad that's going to body this guy, for hey, fucker, my kids are here,
Yeah.
and everybody's just sitting around. The kids are laughing. The parents are laughing. Everybody, and I'm like, oh, this is just okay. All right, well, as long as it's okay, I'm just waiting for this guy to get decked. I was like, I look around and go, oh, okay, everybody's cool with this. Okay, let's keep moving, but yeah, this guy's just, and your mother got, and you're just like,
really? Is no one gonna stop this?
You saw the 7-year-old, right? there's an 8-year-old kid here.
And for everybody else, it's just like, it's just part of life. It's
just our thing. And I was like, I guess but it floored me because I was just waiting for the first dad to come out and be like, hey, dude, settle down, huh?
Yeah.
Drop something?
No, I'm looking. Squirrel.
Okay.
Squirrel.
I was like, I kept looking at it, it's like, oh God.
ADD.
Yeah, but I kept waiting for the first dad to just slam this dude, and everybody's just like, we're cool with this.
So,
all right.
Whenever me and my uncle got into it, and I'm talking to him, I can hear my aunt, Greg, Sarah, you need to come get your son. He's cussing around these little kids.
Yeah.
So hearing that,
yeah.
and then hearing my aunt he's cussing around the children.
Yeah, around the children. Yeah, that's what I was waiting on.
Yeah,
right. I was like, oh yeah, there's somebody's gonna get pissed here.
They're like, nah, this is how we are.
Yeah. There was something else that happened while we were there.
Dirty potato eating Boston Irishmen.
Oh, that was the other thing. So we got there, and there's a huge Irish population. So, and I'm not talking about like we were born Irish. I'm talking about as in from the island. They come over. They work here for the summer. They go back to Ireland.
Oh shit!
Yeah, like Irish people, like real.
Oh, goddamn, it ain't that far.
Real deal Irish people, And so we went to hang out with these girls one night. All of them are Irish. They're all from Ireland. Oh, yeah, it was awesome. It was great. But I got pictures. Yeah, dude. I was like, let's all take pictures together, and I was thinking, yeah, I want pictures of all of you. But we went and hung out with these Irish girls, and this guy goes, whatever you do not tell these girls. Don't say, oh, I'm Irish. And I was like,
because they're gonna look and be like,
yeah, one of those things. And I was like, I mean, but I am though. Like, what I tell them? What do you want me to tell them? I'm Indian? Like, what am I supposed to say? I go, what if they ask? He's like, just don't tell them you're Irish. And I was like, okay. And like, so we got there, and so we started talking about it, and they were like, oh, they go, Trevathan, that's a Irish name. And I was like, am I supposed to say yes or no here?
I was told not to acknowledge my Irish heritage.
No. And they go, yeah, it is. And I go, no. And they go, well, it is. We're from there. And they were like, that's a common. That's Irish name. And I was like, no. My buddy goes, just give it up. I go, you're the one
who told me.
Yeah.
Do not tell them.
I thought this was a mafia thing. I think we don't say anything. I was like, what are you doing? Like, now you made me look like a clown. Now I'm denying. Like,
no, right? Because it's almost like if someone who's a proud Mexican, and then I go and tell them like, yeah, I'm half Mexican. They're just like,
yeah, they're okay. Are you?
Okay, really? Because my pasty
really, Boyd? Are you?
Yeah. I'm like, no, my mom, and they're like, fuck off. And it's,
But yeah, the what you were saying, yes, they were something.
Oh, I bet.
Cuties.
Oh, I bet.
Yep.
Nice tall glass, some nice glasses of Guinness.
Uh-huh.
You just wanted to drink up.
Uh-huh. That was what was funny when the guy showed up. So I don't feel like I have an accent.
I don't feel like I have one either.
I don't feel like I have an accent. I guess because I'm born here, I don't feel like it. When I got there, I was like, well, when did the Beverly Hillbillies show up?
Yeah.
Because it is very apparent that you have an accent. You know,
that was whenever I took with mom and dad trip to Mexico, and we're going to a resort, and you're meeting not just from out of the country, but from all over.
Yeah.
And someone from the States said, like, they hear me talk, they go, Texas? I said, Is that obvious? They go, you can tell in your voice. I said, really?
Yeah.
I said, I got friends that they do have accents.
Yeah, they have real accents.
Me, I don't have one. They go, no, you got one. I said, really?
We got there. And we got to Rhode Island, and this guy he was kind of the guy that showed us around the whole time. You know, he was because we were with our friend, but he had just moved there, so it's not like he knows anything.
Yeah.
And that was probably the coolest part, is having a local show you around, because you get to see the cool stuff, not like the touristy stuff.
Right.
You know, and so whenever we got off the plane, he goes, hey, I'm so-and-so. And I was like, hey, how you doing? Like that. And he goes, wow, you're going to get laid here a lot. And I go, for what? He goes, you're just going to have to talk. And I was like, I don't have an, he's like, oh, you do though. He's like, boy, do you. And so like, sure enough, they have like a little house party that night for, you know, to like, cause we're there, and they're like, hey man, we'll have a party cause y'all are here and all. So they had this big house party, and he goes, I'm sitting there talking to my buddy that I traveled with. I'm sitting there talking to him, and then the guy comes over and goes, come here. And I was like, okay. He walks over and he goes, I just need you to start a conversation with me right about here. And I go, okay. And we were standing right behind a pack of probably 10, you know. And I go, what am I supposed to say? He goes, say anything you want. So I just started talking to him.
Just talking like we're talking here.
Just talking like we're talking right now. Dude, it looked like prairie dogs. Like just, oh, dude, heads shot up and started spinning. And he goes, you're welcome. He just walked away. And the best part was one girl just grabs a hold of my arm and goes, I got one. Oh my God. I was like, I am a piece of meat.
You are a piece of meat. We are pieces of meat.
I'm not a piece of meat. Yes.
I'll tell you the weirdest one about, I met a guy from Russia at a resort, and movies are spot on.
Oh, yeah.
Where are you from?
Yeah, where are you from?
But Bert's right. The way he talked. And when I told him, I was like, from Texas. Where's that?
Excuse me?
How do I answer that? I've never had to describe. I was like, so I go, cowboy hats, 6-shooters, riding horses. Oh, okay. I was like, fucker.
My doctor is like Rocky IV Russian.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I'm talking about like I must break you. Yeah, that. She's Rocky IV. To the point where when I go in there and she starts talking, I'm like, you're going to have to email this to me, doc. Not going to lie. Like,
considering that she talks.
Let me ask you this. Is water wet?
Is water wet?
The short answer is yes.
Yes.
The long answer we're going to have to discuss off of this.
Oh, God.
Yeah, she is wowzers.
With a thick Russian accent. Oh.
Yeah. Oh,
you're going to go in one day, she's going to be wearing leather with a whip and with a thick Russian accent.
Not that, but she does have a pencil skirt. You know what those are? She has a pencil skirt that's leather, and she wears it from time to time, and I'm just like, you're right. That's
God,
when she
Ken went to the doctor for the third time this week.
Yeah, when she walks in and goes, hello, I just go, hi.
Is his tumor back? Why? He's been to the doctor all week, every day this week.
And that's been the best part of this thing so far, is getting to meet her. I look forward to my doctor's appointments. I look forward to them. Like about a week out, I'm like,
I rarely see my doctor, but when I do, I get excited because my doctor's hot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Whenever.
And the thing is, here's the crazy thing. She's the specialist or whatever. My regular, like just regular doctor.
Yeah.
Smoke show. I'm like, how did I do this? I didn't pick this out. I didn't do this on purpose. Like, I just picked a name out of the
You know
phone
what?
book. Bam.
The good Lord was the tumor in your head. He's like, I got to give you a win. Like, please give you something good to look at when you go to see the doctor.
Crazy, man. Yeah, yeah, but both of them. I mean, even my general, like, just regular doctors, smoke show. Like, what's going on? I've always had old guys. I just thought all doctors were old guys.
What is it, Kyle Kinane, whenever he does a stand-up, he talks about getting a physical and goes, you get some pervy old man, he's like, all right, let me see your wiener. And he's like, no, you just called my penis a wiener, you 1,000-year-old goblin.
That's the,
that's
the only bad part about having a hot doctor is, like, when there's something
like
wrong in a spot where you're like, so, like, I had this thing, like a little, like, thing on my inner thigh.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, let's have a look. I was like, can we turn up the heat? Like, I don't want to.
It's kind of cold in here a little bit.
I don't want to. So,
like, hey, can I run to the bathroom real fast?
Do you have
warm up?
Do you have a blanket, like, or a towel or something? Because I'm not in the right moment right now.
No, that's like what. It's like what I told you about when I did ice baths. And my girlfriend was the trainer. And I'm getting out, and I'm like,
look away.
Look away. Why? You're going to want to dump me after this. Like, it doesn't look good.
It's so bad right now.
It's so bad. I'm so cold.
Yeah. That's the only bad part is. And then, like, one time I walked in, and I had something wrong with my foot.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, there's something wrong with my foot. And she's like, all right, let's take a look. And so I'm like, I got my shoe and my sock off, and she's over here like rubbing on my foot, and I'm like, dude, this is so weird. Like, this is weird.
You got a boner, didn't you?
No, I didn't. Oh. It was awkward. I'm like, why the hot girl rubbing my stank ass foot? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have stinky feet, but I just like.
You ain't gonna let a girl rub your dirty ass feet?
No, not into it.
I let a woman rub my ogre feet.
That's disgusting. But your feet stink though, right?
No,
mine don't either. Okay,
but like. Then again, I wash. I try not to have stinky feet. But I can tell you right now, dude, after work, I'm peeling my socks off.
Really?
That
just makes me want to throw up, dude. What's wrong with you?
Colton was talking about in the episode about his jizz sock.
Yeah.
That's like, I swear to God, like, that's what my socks are after work.
Oh, God. What's wrong with you?
I work hard, man.
I hear what you're saying.
I work hard.
I hear what you're saying. I mean, you have work. Yeah, so you have work boots. I have work shoes.
You have work shoes. I have work boots.
I love my shoes.
I pretty much wear nothing but boots.
I've had more people talk about those shoes. First off,
your North Korean prison shoes.
First off, I've been stopped by 3 office people, like out in the plant, going, "You have to have steel toes on," and I'm like, "I do." And they're like, "There's no way there's steel toes." And I'm like, and they're like, "Oh my God, those are steel toes." Yeah,
every time, like when you show up to work, you look like you're in a North Korean prison.
Yeah.
The shoes just sell it. They just sell it.
It was so funny because I was in the lunch line the other day with there was somebody I was in the lunch line with, and it was like I usually go when it's not busy.
Yeah.
But it was like super busy in there, so there's just like people everywhere. And this guy looks down and goes, "What the hell's going on with those shoes?" And I go, "You talk about my Highway 6s?" And I like that. And there was like 7 people start laughing. And I went, "Everybody in here has been to Highway 6." I was like, that's the only way you're laughing at that joke is you've all been. Shame on all of you.
Shame on all of you.
She just said they're so uncomfortable. What's going on with your prison roommate, man?
I do my hooker prison roommate. She's not even on house arrest for hooking. I'm just joking. My roommate does not. She does not sell her body for sex.
No,
she does not. She cuts hair.
She cuts hair. And it does a hell of a job. This dude's coming through with that rug, man.
Damn.
That's Holy shit. Looking pretty sharp, man.
Looking pretty damn sharp. Leaving Midnight Cowboy now. Holy shit. Take his butt.
Oh. All right.
He just left with one of my beers.
You drink the Beast?
No, Lone Star.
Oh, was that Lone Star?
That's just me and my roommates. But, she can't drink, so.
It looked like from here. It looked like it looked like an old Milwaukee. That's why I was like, you drink some Beast?
Oh no. Lone Star. Either Dos Equis or Lone Star or Shiner.
Yeah.
But that's really about it.
Shiner's good. I did. Well, I mean, I don't drink anymore. When I did drink, Shiner's good. I like the family reunion.
Oh yeah.
So they're really good because they have 6 of them. Like if you get a 6 or if you get a 12, but
it's all
it's all jumbled up. And so when I when I would go to the store, Cosmos is the best one.
Yeah.
So I would just switch all of them out for a Cosmos because they don't have a Cosmos 6-pack.
Yeah.
So I would just put 6 Cosmos in the family reunion, and I would take it up front, and I would switch everything out. I would take it up front, and the guy at the counter ain't gonna notice. He doesn't.
Yeah, he's not paying attention.
He just keeps going. So I did that at so many stores that my buddy loves the Cosmos one too, and he just texts me one day and goes, "Bitch, how many stores have you been to?" And I was like, "What was that?
What was that? Someone here? Is it Tyler's ghost? Is this Tyler's ghost?
Are you here?"
Oh boy, might be dead. Shit, he might really be dead.
That was the weirdest thing. What
Jesus.
the hell was that?
I think that was Tyler.
I think Tyler just died.
That was Tyler's death.
R.I.P. Tyler.
R.I.P. Tyler.
Oh
Damn.
my God. This is We're No Experts.